With this in mind, I want you to consider something that happened in the New Testament. This event happens after Jesus has risen from the dead, and the apostles are fishing in a boat all night without catching anything. Then Jesus yells out at them from the shore and tells them to cast their net out, and they catch more fish than they could physically pull into the boat with them. This is when they figure out this is Jesus. Next we read this, John 21, verse 7. Therefore that disciple whom Jesus loved said to Peter, "It is the Lord." Now when Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he put on his outer garment, for he had removed it, and plunged it into the sea. The King James Version says that Peter was naked. So let's take a close look at a couple of these words from these verses. Outer garment, which is an upper garment, it denotes a kind of linen blouse or frock which fishermen use to wear at their work, according to Thayer. The Greek word that the King James Version translated as naked, which is gounos, it means naked, unclothed, bare, substantively naked person, Mark 14, verse 52, poorly dressed, partially naked, James 2:15, without an outer garment, thus unpresentable for public appearance, John 21, verse number 7. Adam Clarke wrote the following about his nakedness. He was naked. He was only in his best. Naked is often used to signify the absence of the upper garment only. In 1 Samuel 19:24, when Saul had put off his upper garments, he is said to have been naked. And David, when he girded only with a linen ephod, he is said to have been uncovered in 2 Samuel 6, verse 14, 2 Samuel 6 and verse number 20, to which may be added what we read in the Septuagint, Job 22, verse 6, "Thou hast taken away the covering of the naked." Looking at the definitions of the words in our text, we can infer several things. First, we can know that Peter and the other men were probably all clothed similarly, though some may have had their own preference in the way they decided to dress that day or while they're working. Second, we know that Peter was not completely naked, but was most likely clothed from his waist down, probably with his garment girded on his waist to make it easier for him to move about. Third, we can see that without his outer garment on, which covered his upper body, he was considered naked, and it was not suitable for him to be in public that way, and certainly not before his master on the shore. If this is not the case, then why would he take the time to put on his outer garment before he jumped into the water to swim to Jesus, who he really wanted to see? Perhaps there was another reason for this that I can't think of, but this is the only logical conclusion I can come to based on what we just examined. The point remains the same. Even men who go around without a shirt on would be considered naked in the Bible, according to, again, this example and to other examples. While this may be acceptable while working around other men, like it was with Peter and the other apostles as they were fishing, we can conclude that it would not be appropriate in public and certainly not standing in front of Jesus. Both men and women need to consider how they dress and how much skin they're showing.